Hi friends, Evolving Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today, if things go according to plan, this is going to be a Wild Card Wednesday video. There's a small chance that this might end up posting on a Fun Friday instead. But in any case, today's video is, I think, both fun and wild. We are going to talk about some things that I found out card hunting in rural Pennsylvania. So some of you know, if you've followed the channel, that I live on the West Coast, but my family is back in a rural part of Pennsylvania, and so I do get to visit them from time to time, and I always love to look around for Pokemon cards to see if there's anything different. There are a few stores there that we don't have where I live, and so anyway, I know times are tough and it's really hard to find product, and so I'm going to show you some of the things that I found. I spent almost a whole day kind of just poking around stores in my area. Kind of on my drive back to the airport, I was able to just stop in a lot of places. And so I'm going to show you what I found, and we're going to open some of it. My rule of thumb, kind of in general, when it comes to some of these products, these packs that we're going to find, is if there are packs inside where we still need cards for our master set, I'm going to rip those packs. And if there are packs inside where we have a complete master set, it's likely I'm going to set those packs aside because I'll be able to use those for our daily Survivor Series videos and some of the other stuff we do on the channel. So, but I always have the right to maybe if the whim strikes me, I will open stuff. So you can see here, I'm going to walk you through kind of what we have in front of us. So I'm going to save this first set of things for last, but I've never seen these before. These are called Presti Prime. These are obviously third-party products, and in general, third-party products are kind of a choose your own, at your own risk, I guess is the phrase I was looking for. So, especially I would say in general, like third-party packs are not worth it. There's a few exceptions to that. But then on top of that, I would say especially true is third-party packs that just have loose cards inside are not worth it. But still, for science and for the channel, I thought I would grab 3 of these. So we're going to open these at the end and see if there's anything good. I've never seen this particular. You can see these were $5 each. 8 cards, $5, includes 2 bonus cards. I mean, again, my expectations are very low, but again, for science, we're going to check those out. We also have, just so you know, we're going to rip some real packs. One of the things I was pretty lucky at finding is actually Destined Rivals sleeved booster packs. You can see these came from Family Dollar. We don't have any Family Dollars where I live on the West Coast, but Family Dollars are kind of, I know there's a lot of talk Dollar General is a good spot. I actually had not very good luck at Dollar Generals, which I'll talk about in a second, but I did. The Destined Rivals sleeve boosters had just restocked at Family Dollars. And again, what's nice about some of these Family Dollars in rural places is they're just, people aren't maybe hustling for cards there. And if you time it right, I mean, for me, I didn't really control the timing. It was just when I happened to be visiting my family. But yeah, I found actually a lot of Destined Rivals sleeves. So I picked out an art set, and we're going to go through those. We definitely still need cards for Destined Rivals. So one other thing I found at Family Dollar are these knockout collections. Now these are obviously kind of Scarlet and Violet era. We're going to rip into these and see what's inside, but 2 packs, $10, that's pretty decent. There's also, I found Pokeballs at some places. So again, not, super exciting. You can tell from the numbering on the bottom, the A24, I mean, I don't have it memorized, but anything that's kind of more recent is likely to be modern packs, which could be good or could be bad. Again, my guess is probably not amazing. There's going to be some filler packs inside, but we'll see. One thing that I found that was really interesting is there was one Dollar General. I asked, do they have cards? And she said, no, well, there's this one thing, and she found this thing. And so this is, you can see here, it's kind of hard to see. It's it's an activity book for kids. But on the front is a mini pack, a fun pack of Twilight Masquerade. So that is technically cards. It was the only thing they had in that particular store. We'll rip into that and see. Actually, I'll take this off. Try to do it. Ooh, it's really glued on there in a serious way. So that's probably, not good for card integrity. So there we go. So we do have this. You can see it's got this like kind of sticky stuff on there. I grabbed this just, again, I was kind of hunting for science and for the channel, but when she rang me up, I think this was around $15. So definitely not recommend. I mean, unless you really want the activity book, which some people might. It does seem like it has some fun stuff inside for kids. But anyway, I got these 3 cards for $15. So again, not maybe advisable. A couple other things before we start ripping into stuff is, well, yeah, let's just see what's inside some of these guys. Well, I do have one thing I was able to find. So these tins, Family Dollar, these are sorry, excuse me, Dollar General. These have been showing up at Dollar General. You've got 3 variants. The one I went to happened to have all 3 variants. So there's a Darkrai variant and there's a Tyranitar variant. So I got one of each. I wasn't sure what was going to be inside, so I did actually already open one to see what the pack selection would be, and so I can show you. They do have a promo. This is not a Black Star promo. You can see the code there, and so this actually has 3 promo cards. These are all Cosmos Holo variants, so you can see it has that special Cosmos Holo pattern, but these are not Black Star promos. These are just reprints from Paldea Evolved. You may or may not want those for your collection. Oh, maybe I took the packs out. Yeah, so these had, we'll dig into one of these just to see. Why don't we do that now? So we're going to open one of these to see what's inside. Actually, maybe we'll open both of them to see what's inside. I know this video is a little random. We have a whole bunch of things, but this is just kind of, what I was able to find when I was driving around at all these stores. So again, we got the card. We'll gift you guys the code. Yeah, so this also has reprints. These are there's Obsidian, Paldea, and Scarlet and Violet base set, actually. We got 3 different sets. Again, the promos there. And then you can see inside, we've got Paradox, and Twilight Masquerade. So these tins, get refreshed with different packs over time. These were on store shelves, I don't know, I feel like a year or so ago, and they had different packs inside. But again, Paradox Rift is kind of becoming the filler set, I think, in the Scarlet and Violet era. Like these are, but Twilight is, we still are chasing the Greninja. So that's one we will open. We'll set the the Paradox Rift sets aside, or packs aside, and we will open the Tyranitar. So that's one more. Now these were $15. That's what kind of you would expect. 3 packs, again, with pack value. I mean, you could I'm glad to pay $15 and not $20 for these, because I do have the promo cards technically, or the non-Black Star promo variants. So here we have Tyranitar from Paldea, Pupitar, and Larvitar. So again, you get the 3 Cosmos Holo. There's the code. And then you get the 3 packs inside: Paradox, and Twilight. So we'll open the Twilight, set the Paradox aside. So I was able to find those, so maybe keep your eyes open for Dollar General. If you do see those, you know now what's going to be inside of those. Let's open the Pokeball as well. Pokeballs, I feel like, especially at like Walmart's, they're often like the last things that are left. I guess people maybe just don't, I don't know, they don't catch people's eyes in the same way. I wish they opened just a little bit better. Sometimes it works to get that. Where did that guy go? There we go. Sometimes they open as intended, and sometimes they peel off in like a million narrow little plastic strands. All right, so just a regular Pokeball. We'll see what's inside. I'm expecting, again, modern packs. You do get a coin here, which, again, we like the coins. I use those for some packs that I make. All right. So, and the other problem you can see is you get crunchy packs. Obsidian. Oh, Paldea Evolved is solid, and Scarlet and Violet base set. So, this is original 3, the first 3 main series sets. The Paldea, up until recently, is pretty exciting. I mean, it's still a good set to open. We finally did, if you watched our other videos, we bought the Magikarp illustration rare, so we don't need any of these. Actually, we have full sets of all 3 of these, so I'm going to set those aside. We don't need to crack into those right this second. All right, another thing I found was this Koraidon tin. Now, there are 2 variants of the Koraidon tin. There was a Koraidon tin early in the Scarlet and Violet era, and it would have like Paldea Evolved packs inside. I think, though, this is the newer variant. There's a new set because this also has the, whoa, those are really kind of spread around. Yeah, you can see there. But these have some pretty nice pack selections, so we'll look and see. So this is a Black Star promo, number 197. We already have this one for our Black Star promo binder. You can see, though, the pack selection: 2 Journey Together, a Surging Sparks, a Paradox Rift, and Obsidian Flame. So again, we don't need those 2. We do need these. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal one of these because I need it for the Survivor series videos that we do. I've been actually wondering how I was going to get some Journey Together. So far to open, we have 2 Twilights, a Journey, and a Surging Sparks. Those are all things we need master sets for. And yeah, so if you could find these Koraidon, this is the one that is paired with, is it Zacian or Zamazenta? I forget, the sword and the shield. Anyway, those tins came out together, so if you do see those on store shelves, you can see that's a really solid pack selection if you do happen to get those. Now, one thing, before we start opening stuff up, one thing I did find, which was kind of crazy, is this Dragonite V-Star. You might remember this deck holder. These things were really hard to move. They're pretty large. They're pretty large boxes, and they have this really big plastic Pokeball deck holder inside that I don't think people found very interesting. But it does have 9 packs of Pokemon Go inside. I did check. The market price of this product is still actually around MSRP, so it's not really that valuable. I probably paid like what it was worth. But what's funny is the packs inside. You know, Pokemon Go packs are only around $6 market price right now, so not crazy. But it does have 9 packs of Pokemon Go inside, so I was happy to just pick that up to grab those packs. And so I'm not going to open that product right now. We'll kind of decide what I'm going to do with that. But that was something, again, just when you're out hunting, it is kind of funny. That was at a Walmart in rural Pennsylvania. It's just like funny what you might find. Maybe they got a restock. Maybe other Walmarts saw those. So this is the Knockout Collection. It's got the Iron Jugulus. Again, this is, we can open this to see what's inside. Here, maybe we'll use our scissors instead. So again, not a Black Star promo. This is a Paradox Rift reprint. There's the code. But again, so we're kind of loading up on those. And as far as packs inside, you know, again, Paldea Evolved is a really solid pack. Again, we don't actually need to rip those anymore because we have a master set. And Scarlet and Violet base set, again, less exciting. I think Scarlet and Violet base, Obsidian Flames, Paradox Rift are kind of those 3 filler packs or sets. So I think that kind of is everything that that I found. It's not literally every single Pokemon card product that I found in my hunting, but it's definitely the stuff that I picked up. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a good news, bad news story. Oh, we do have this 3-pack. Maybe we'll put that to the side. We can do that. So we actually end up having a fair amount of things to open. Thanks for hanging in this long, and we haven't even started opening stuff. I mean, I guess we've opened products in here. But anyway, this video is just to show you these are things I found in my hunting around rural Pennsylvania. It's a combination of stores. It's Walmarts, it's Family Dollars, it's Dollar Generals. Those are the main 3 that I was checking. I also checked a Five Below. Actually, these Presti Primes came from a Five Below. We don't have Five Below where I live either, but they, again, sometimes these days, I think it's not a secret anymore that there are some random out of the way sort of places that have Pokemon cards. And so anyway, we're going to open these packs. We do have some really good sets here. We've got 2 Twilight, we've got a Journey Together, a Surging Sparks, 4 Destined Rivals, and then we'll kind of conclude with this fun pack of Twilight, and then we'll see what's in these Presti Prime third-party packs. And so anyway, we are going to open some packs today. We should be able to blast through these pretty quickly, but anyway, I'd say, I don't know, good luck out there. I was listening to the Super Effective podcast the other day, and one of the hosts was saying that he has literally not seen Pokemon cards on store shelves since January, and you know, I can relate to that. I mean, I think in Targets and Walmarts, unless you're like hustling or unless you kind of know nothing there. Okay, we did get a double rare Sinestia EX, so not too exciting, but oh yeah, and the code, there you go. There's Twilight. Our second pack of Twilight Masquerade, we are still chasing the Greninja EX. It's the only card we need for the Master Set in this particular set, so that's one that the price has sort of settled a little below $300 for that Greninja EX, so you know, it's a lot of money for a single card, but it is all we need to complete that Master Set. So, you know, Twilight Masquerade should still be available, you know, in products and here and there. But it would be nice to kind of wrap this up. It looks like there's something peeking out at us. Oh, maybe not. That was just the Diplin. All right, nothing there, nothing there. All right, there's the code. All right, nothing. Well, I guess we did get the one. Should I put it out? Where did it go? There we go. We've got the one double rare that we pulled so far. But anyway, I was saying, yeah, on the Super Effective podcast, they were, one of the hosts was saying that he hasn't seen cards since literally January, and yeah, I can relate to that. Like, if you're just he said he used to be the kind of guy who would go to, like, when they restocked and kind of knew the schedule, so he's not, like, unaware of those sorts of things. But these days, because word travels so fast and crowds gather, people tip each other off, and like by the time the average person gets there, you may even like really want the product like I would, but you don't want to fight crowds or scalpers or whatever. So I sort of get it. I am not surprised to have him say nothing there and nothing there. All right, there's the code. I'm not surprised to have him say that he has not seen. So now we're on to Surging Sparks. We have one pack of Surging Sparks. We are still chasing, I think, 4 or 5 cards in this set, including the Pikachu. That's the big chase. We have had a couple nice pulls from Surging Sparks. We pulled the Milotic EX Special Illustration Rare. We also pulled the Latias Illustration Rare, or Special Illustration Rare, so we've done pretty well. Be great to pull that Pikachu. So anyway, I think it is hard. So this is, this was my effort, kind of spending almost a whole day just kind of going from store to store, driving around rural place. I mean, it was kind of nice for me because I was by myself, so I could just like listen to podcasts and kind of, there's kind of a fun aspect to the chase. But of course, like, it can be frustrating. So these are the Family Dollar ones. Again, I found quite a few more than what I'm going to open here. I'm holding some of them back just for other things and maybe for other openings. So, getting these for $5 is pretty great. Now we are still, we're still working on our master set here. We have all the low-hanging fruit stuff, so we're just looking for, there are still quite a few like ultra rares and illustration rares that we're looking for that probably wouldn't be considered like hits. All right, we did get a hit, technically a double rare. There's the code. Yeah, nothing too exciting so far in our pulls, but that can always change. Just takes a single pack. These are not opening the easiest. So anyway, I thought it was kind of fun to look around and, but it is discouraging. I mean, it is that, it's still, so this is, in one way, this is proof that if you hustle and really like look around, you might be able to find things. This was just a random day. It wasn't like I timed it or knew when restocks were. I just spent the day sort of like poking around all these stores in rural places. Again, I think on one hand, rural places, hey, Cynthia's Garchomp EX, that's a pretty solid. If you're going to pull a double rare, that's pretty solid double rare to pull. So we've gotten 3 double rares, which is fine. Be nice to pull something a little more valuable or a little more rare. But anyway, the things I found, you can see. I mean, nothing like that's going to knock your socks off. Again, the Dragonite V-Star, Pokemon Go item was kind of random. And I may or may not have picked, I don't know. I was sort of two minds about it. I figured it was just kind of so random that I wanted to grab it, but it's not like we have a master set of Pokemon Go, so I don't really need to open those packs. Again, the packs themselves make it kind of worth the sticker price that you're paying, but oh, there's something. Oh, another another double rare. Again, if we're going to get a double rare, if we're going to get a different double rare, we would probably want the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. So we've done well with double rare pulls, but that's not really why you're opening packs. So we've got one more of the sleeved Family Dollar packs, and then we're going to get into, we've got these third-party packs and the fun pack of Twilight Masquerade. All right, so let's see if we can get anything here. So I just say, as always, I say good luck out there if you're looking. I mean, I'll admit that, it's a hard habit to break to like check stores for cards when I'm just driving around or running errands, or even even when I just go out card hunting. Like, that is the thing that I'm doing. But at the same time, it does feel pretty hopeless these days. So this is a fun pack of Twilight. I have not seen, I've seen fun packs before, like the holiday calendar has fun packs inside. There are, I don't know any other products that have fun packs. I mean, these are not in any regular like mainline products for Pokemon, but obviously in this case, I've never seen them just like attached in this way. Now, I don't think you can pull any Actually, this was a debate we had in my comment section. Like, can you pull any good cards from a fun pack? There's only 3 cards inside, and these are maybe a little bit different than. And are you guaranteed anything in here? I don't think so. There used to be the Dollar General packs or the dollar packs of different sets, and I think those did have, like, you could pull anything that was in those sets, like any card that's in that set you could pull in a dollar pack, but the fun packs might not have that. So we've got an Applin, got a Swirlix, and a reverse Growlithe. So yeah, nothing too exciting. I don't know what the possibilities were there. So we're down to our last product, and I might actually cut these across because I don't want to, like... So these were $5. I thought about getting more. There was a limit of 5 items at this place, so we'll flip it over and see. Oh, it's interesting. Okay. I don't know if these are just randomly, or if this is done in a way to, like, hide the good card. All right, we've got a Zebstrika from Paradox. There's only 8 cards in here. We've got a Silver Tempest Trainer. We've got an Upside Down from Chilling Rain. Just a regular. Now here's, like, you know, a quote-unquote foil card. What does it say? It says includes 2 bonus cards. So there's 8 cards and 2 bonus cards. So it's 10 cards. That's what you get in a normal pack for $5. All right, so that's a Paradox Rift Reverse Holo. We have another, now it's an Obsidian Flames. I don't know, those are the quote-unquote bonus cards. Okay, this is an older card. I forget that set symbol. So you do get that. I mean, it's still just a regular common. It's not going to be worth anything really. Oddish we have from 151, and then a Ninetales Reverse from Twilight Masquerade. So is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's just 8 cards total, and then 2 bonus cards. I guess, though, I don't know. We got 3 reverse holos, so it's hard to know, like, what is the bonus card in here. Obviously nothing exciting in there. Again, it doesn't say anything on the package about chase cards, or so it doesn't promise anything good. And again, I don't know why it's done in this particular order. Let's see. Yeah, we got all those. I don't know if, like, that's supposed to be exciting. The Simipour from Paradox Rift, uncommon. All right, we got a Litten from Silver Tempest, and Upside Down Sobble from Chilling Rain. These are just like, again, now we've got a reverse. We got a reverse from Lost Origin. We got 1 older card. I do kind of see this pattern. That's from the same set. I feel like, do I say Roaring Skies? And then, yeah, we've got a trainer from Stellar Crown. So this really is, like, quite a random collection of cards. There's, like, seems like 1 older card, 2 or maybe 3 reverse holos, and then just some random bulk. All right. Well, my expectations were low, and this is confirming that these are not worth. I mean, I knew that already, but anyway, for science, now you know. Let's see, is this the same? Yeah, they have 1 card that they put, but it's not like it's not any kind of special card. All right. Petlil, Skwovet from Chilling Rain. We'll flip this over. Charcadet reverse. There's another reverse from Paldea. Again, yeah, another older card, a Klefki. This one, I forget. I'm a little rusty on my older set symbols. A Mankey and, oh, Gardevoir with Refinement. This is actually a pretty playable card, or was at one point, from Silver Tempest, but so we paid $15 and we got 24 bulk cards, although it does have a few reverses. So anyway, that is our opening for today. We did not have any super good hits, but this is what I was finding in my hunting. Good luck out there if you're out there looking. There are things, I think, if you're really savvy and lucky, but it would be nice if there were more products on shelves. We'll see. Take care out there. We'll see you soon.